Hello everyone, my name is TheMadScorpyon, and welcome to a guide for the Still Hunt exotic sniper rifle, otherwise known as the Golden Gun Sniper. Now, a few things of note: this is not available until after the Final Shape campaign, so if you have not finished it and are looking for a way to earn it, I just recommend going ahead and finishing it, legendary or otherwise. It'll be found during the Destined Heroes quest, which will be for the Ergo Sum, which will take you about the Pale Heart talking to various quest givers that will then give you the Still Hunt mission, which will be wildcard. It is pretty much one and done. When you enter the mission, you'll start by investigating random sources in the nearby area, looking for a reason why the Dark Screebs are going about spreading dark ether.
Good call. Let's keep looking. Sit and focus.
After setting up a camp and setting up a dark ether collector, you'll then be sent out to hunt for some dark ether. It will be on a various few swarms of screebs that you'll have to work through, but before too long, you will of course hit your next step.
Normal screebs. They were dripping with the witness's corruption. Essence of screeb. Screeb musk. Ode to screeb, if you will. I will not. Hey, one of the perks of being in the Vanguard is getting to come up with the names. This is serious. Which is exactly why it needs a stupid name. It helps keep it light.
After acquiring an enemy's signature, you will then go looking for some drained screebs that have been drained of their dark ether before they can detonate. You will then, before too long, find some centurions that have been chewed apart, and you will then find the creature responsible.
Dead Shadow Legion. Something used these guys as a chew toy. Guardian, look out!
In the swarm will be various warbeasts, including a special boss bar black and gold warbeast. This is a tough one as it cannot be suspended, frozen, or stalled, and it is quite tanky considering what it is. Although, of course, it is able to be kited about and run from if you need to. Before too long, it will go immune and will start running from you. It will then seek a Cabal barrier that you cannot shoot into, but you can easily pass inside of. Once inside, there will be various enemies of variety Shadow Legion and Taken, but the Warbeast will also be there, causing some havoc. It will jump a few times between these various barriers, going immune once or twice before going into its last stand, where you'll be able to finish it off. After finishing off the Warbeast, you will then have a slight conversation between Crow and Cade a few times, and you will be then directed to meditate, which will be a Fade to Black skip. At this point, you will wake up to find an infestation of Taken right outside the camp. You will then go one by one, clearing the various blights and all the enemies inside. To clear the blights, you just have to eliminate any nearby enemies. After the first 4, you will then have a set of 2 blights that are commanded by subjugators, but these can be suspended and frozen, so they are easy to get rid of.
The rest of the blights are fading. I think we're in the clear for now. I secured the camp. Come back when you have the chance.
After more conversation with Crow, you will then proceed forward to this marker for a quote-unquote stakeout. But you can do like I did and just do the shortcut, which will teleport you to the next section. Once you get here, you will investigate the Fallen, which I will emphasize, do not leave this area past the stones. It will turn into a turnback zone and is a darkness zone. But otherwise, just look outside the window and shoot any shanks that come by. After eliminating the heavy shank, you will then be teleported to a next area after another conversation with Crow and Cade. This will be a heavy screeb-infested hole, and there will be many screebs you have to deal with, even with the final boss, and will also feature the return of the most annoying detail of the Scorn, and that is the mini screeb. During the boss, you'll be fighting a large abomination with an odd modifier that as he's around, he will just shed mini screams off of his body that will come seeking you. While he isn't that tough and 1 or 2 Dragon's Breath shots will pretty much take him straight down, it's the immunity phase that can be a little bit difficult for some people. Once he goes immune, he will run into an immune area where you cannot deal with him, all while shedding more screams. From this point, I'd recommend something like the rocket pistol or something you can fire while moving, because the in-between phase to pull him back out is collecting more dark ether, which will be coming from screams coming out of every hole in the wall that are practically infinitely spawning until you are done. You'll only need 10, and between the immune phase, if you have extras, you can hold on to them if there are any extras on the ground. But aside from that, you just have to be very light on your feet and able to dodge as many screams as possible, because there will be more than you can handle, especially if solo. When it comes back out, it will of course be its last phase, which you can burn it through, and upon completion of this boss, you will then be treated to a great cutscene.
Oh, yep. Definitely has a smell. But I do see a gross bit I could use for...
We can cave him in.
Hey, ugly! Why don't you stand right here? Pretty good idea.
Thanks. I have those sometimes.
After a return to the tower and more conversations that I will skip for the sake of spoilers, just in case, I will then leave you off with some gameplay, as this is the point where you earn the Still Hunt Exotic Sniper. It performs just as people have advertised from those who had early access to it. 6 headshots results in you charging the Golden Gun mode or consuming 12 orbs. It does act like a rapid fire frame, so if it needs to, you can dump the rounds into a boss. It feels very sticky, it feels very smooth, so hitting the headshots, as long as you aren't being flinched or things are moving erratically, will feel quite good. But with that, of course, I will show you how it works. In addition to the fact that the Golden Gun does add extra rounds to the magazine, so even if you have 1 bullet left in the mag, or possibly none, you can still get the Golden Gun shots off, just as long as you have them charged. With that, my name is TheMadScorpyon. I will see you in the next video.